everybody. What is going on? Let me see if I can fix this light. 'Cause I don't like it. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. 1 second, 1 second. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching, tuning in tonight with Night Talk with Teresa. Tonight I am doing chapter 2 of the book Attitude is Everything by Keith Harrell. And it's funny that I'm reading this chapter because today has been an interesting day for me. I let something control me, which I should not have. I worked so hard to try and change, and today I snapped. That's all I'm gonna say for the moment. But I should have opened my book and read this chapter. So the chapter, this 2, says attitude is a choice. And it says choose to take charge of your life. And the purpose of this step is to help us recognize how our choices today impact our success tomorrow. Taking charge and staying in control is an attitude of choice. It's your next step for turning attitude into action. So, for me, I think that I didn't choose the right method today. So I'm going to explain a little later what I should have done based off of this. But in this chapter, he says that, let me find what I was talking about. The difference in our attitudes is that it makes a difference in our behaviors. And what we need to do is try to think about the positive things. And a lot of times that's hard to do when you got a lot of things going on in your head. But we do have a choice. We have a choice of what we feel like we need to do. We can choose whether we want a positive attitude or a negative attitude. And I try my best to exercise to relieve stress, but sometimes it doesn't work for me. So it can be hard. But none of us are gonna make the right choices all the time or say the right things all the time. And when we don't, I'm the type of person that whenever I say something, that it takes me out of my character, I feel bad about it. And I felt like I was taken out of my character today. But you can either become bitter by it or you can become better by it. And there are certain type of people that you can deal with, that you can be. Either people who are controlled by attitude or people who have their attitude under control. And mine was not under control. So what I need to do is change my focus so that I can focus more on the positive attitude. Because things are going to happen to where people are going to push your buttons, and you just got to let it go. And I know that's easier said than done, but sometimes we do. But there are days sometimes when I know, I can only speak for myself, when I feel like I'm helpless. And that's like detrimental to me because I like to be someone who always helps other people. But it can catch up to you to the point where you feel like I'm just helpless. I don't even know why I'm here. And sometimes that's how I think sometimes. But with the encouragement, a lot of people like me needs encouragement from my close friends, from people who care about me, to let me know, hey, it's okay for you to feel like that. Um, but the situation that happened today, I needed to stay at the top of my game. And I felt like I wasn't at the top of my game today. Um, so it affected me tremendously. But you have to build your attitude from the inside. So, according to this book, for true happiness, it's best to look within yourself rather than rely on others or the world around you. The sad but true fact is that it's difficult to be happy if you rely on outside sources. The root of happiness is joy, and joy lives within you. It's not influenced by external events. But somehow, I let things from the outside affect my inside. Something else that I read here is when you cut away all the junk, every situation is a choice. You choose how you react to situations. You choose how people will affect your mood. You choose to be in a good mood or a bad mood. The bottom line is your choice how you live. And I keep smacking myself because today was a day when I chose to just let down my guard and go off. And I know I shouldn't have done it, but it was on my mind and I just had to do it. But I'm hurt and I'm mad and I got all kinds of feelings inside. So it is what it is. So it's done. It's over with. I just got to change the way things are. Let me see. Whenever you feel like something that I read here that I wish I would have read a while back was whenever you feel like there's something that you need to, I don't think we take enough time to say, let me count to 10 before I respond. Or let me put my hand up or put my head down to think before I respond. But in some instances, when you put your head down, people look at you like, what's wrong? And they won't give you the time to really focus on what you're thinking about. So what I do, I was reading in here, is this man says, when I hear negative, non-constructive input, I hold my hand up to my ear as if to say, talk to the hand. So I think maybe I should have done that today, was talk to my hand, listen to my hand, whatever. Sometimes he even says it. Why not? Or hold your hand out and tell someone you can't steal my joy. So I'm starting tonight. I'm going to do that because I choose to live a happy life. I choose to not be stressed. I choose not to feel helpless and all these other emotions going on in my head. So I've got to put my hand up to my ears, and when I feel like I want to say something negative, I'm going to pull my ears. So, excuse me, in the next couple months, if y'all see my ears are pushed all the way down in here, it's because I've been pushing them. But that is my next move. So if you're watching this and you see me and I'm doing this, you can say, uh-oh, something's happened and she's trying to keep from saying something negative. So that is going to be my new move. So y'all go ahead and take a look at these ears, because in a couple more months they're going to be down in here because I pulled them. But I think a lot of times people don't think about what other people are going through. And they just automatically think that it's okay to talk to them a certain way or treat them a certain way. But you don't know what people have going on in their lives. So it's almost like if someone asks you a question, that you feel like is not right. You should say, is everything okay? What's going on? Because you never know. But I'm the type of person, too, that if something's going on, I'm not going to tell you. Because I'm a quiet person. I don't share my business with people like I should, because it's none of their business. So I keep a lot of things held in. So, again, let me get off my soapbox. But back to this book. This book even says, watch what you say to yourself. We can be our worst enemies. You know, it's like, I should have done this. Like, I'm right now my worst enemy. Because I'm like, I should have done this. I should have grabbed my ears. I shouldn't have said nothing. But I didn't. And so right now I'm being my worst enemy. But what positive choices, here's what I need to work on. This is part of an attitude tune-up, okay? What positive choices are you going to make to help put your attitude into action? Pulling on the ears. Learn to use PAIs to protect your ear gate and your attitude. Yeah, the PAIs, pulling at the ears. Are you a controlled by attitude or an attitude under control person? I am a controlled by attitude. So I need to change that so where I can be an attitude under control person. And the root of your happiness is your joy. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Program your attitude with positive internal dialogue. Remember, garbage in, garbage stays. So I need to let garbage out, release, relax, recharge. That's what I need to do. So if you're somebody like me who sometimes says shit that shouldn't be said, and then at the end you're like, oops, I might get in trouble for that. It is what it is. But just remember to pull your ears, look at your hand, say you're not going to steal my joy. You know, look, I even got to do my nails. I haven't even done my nails today. But it's a work in progress. I am a work in progress, and I've got to do better. So that was tonight's talk. Next week we will talk about step 3 in his book. But just remember, tonight's step was attitude is a choice. Choose to take charge of your life. And remember, before you say something that you shouldn't, look at your hands, say you're not going to steal my joy, or pull your ears so you won't say something that you shouldn't. Okay? So that's me. Thank you for tuning in. I might see you next Tuesday. I don't know. My birthday is Sunday, so I might not be ready to be on here Tuesday because I might still be celebrating. But we shall see. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and thank you again for tuning in. Good night.